Okay, so this is a quick tutorial that will show you how to navigate the class Blackboard page. I hope you find this useful. I'm just going to quickly go through the menu items located on the left side of the web page and explain each one and let you know what can be found under each of those menu items and then how to do a few things in those areas. So starting with the announcements area, when you sign into your class, it should always open up in the announcements area, and then you should always scroll down below the waterfall picture and read the announcements. I will post at least one announcement a week and sometimes more. But at minimum, the one announcement a week will be due date reminders for the week to let you know what is due that week. You can see the announcements that I have posted here now have to do with the class starting up and what you need to do to get started and other information. So please make sure that you do check in, preferably at least once a day. And read the announcements. I will, if anything changes, if there's any due date changes or assignment changes or anything, I will always post it there under announcements. This homepage area is new, and I don't know if it's going to be useful for you, but it's got a calculator. I put a dictionary and thesaurus, so those are kind of neat. And then I have the calendar, so it should show you what's on the course calendar and therefore show you some due dates and stuff going on there. And I believe it can show you some alerts if things become past due. And I think you have some control in your home page as to customizing it, but like I said, this is new, so I'm not that familiar with it and if it's going to be useful for you or not. The course documents area is a very important area. Make sure that you go through each of these documents and read them, and especially the syllabus. The course agreement you'll be seeing again in the assignment area. The course calendar is very important. I recommend printing it out and keeping it by your computer. I print it out mine and keep it by my computer so that I be sure to know when you're turning things in and when to remind you to turn things in. The reading exam schedule, it's here, and it's also got an area in the menu itself that we'll look at shortly. And then there's grading rubrics, just to let you know how the assignments and discussion board and the research report will be graded. The course information area just has some additional information to let you know about using the discussion board, submitting assignments. There's some information here, help with saving documents, computer problems, as far as pop-up blockers go, and the stability of the internet, and a website here to get some help if you're having problems with Blackboard. But there is now a help area as well that's built into Blackboard, so we'll look at that in a minute. Also, problems while taking exams. I think a lot of this has been taken care of, but in the past I did have problems with students getting kicked out of exams and losing their work, but in the recent year or so there's been less problems. There's the information on your netiquette and what's appropriate in the discussion board, some special notes here, and then some tips for success. So while we're talking about computer problems, I just wanted to mention that it is recommended that you use Firefox as your internet browser rather than Internet Explorer. There are some glitches with Internet Explorer, I believe 8 and 9, and the Blackboard system. in general. So Firefox is recommended as a better browser to use. But let me know anytime if you are running across some problems, maybe getting some websites or videos or things that I post. If you can't open a document or something along those lines, let me know. If it's more a general Blackboard problem, then go ahead and use the built-in help that's provided on that end. I'm not, I'm fairly computer savvy, but I can't fix those types of problems. But if it's something more on my end, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. So moving on to the discussion board, and many of you are already familiar with this because you've already checked in. If you haven't checked in, please visit this discussion board and click on Initial Check-in. And then you need to follow the instructions that were given there for checking in. And one was to go ahead and post the information that you've read and have taken the online quiz and so on. And the other was to introduce yourself. So to do those things, you click on Create Thread, and then you would type the subject, which I asked you to use your name basically as the subject, and then type the message in there and then hit submit. I'm going to get out of here though, so you can see the students that have already introduced themselves and checked in. And let's see, what else do I want to show you here? Let me step back to the discussion board. Besides the check-in, which we're only going to be using this first week, you need to check in by Tuesday, January 24th at midnight. Check-in goes from 5 days before class starts and through 2 days after the class begins. If you don't check in, I may drop you to make room for students on the wait list. There's a help discussion board that I will always keep here, and this is, if you're having problems with website links or opening documents, or if you're confused about an assignment or an exam or anything in general, I usually check this at least once a day. So you could post questions here and I will answer them, or other students can feel free to answer other students' questions. Just nothing personal, like what's my grade or why didn't I get full points, things like that you want to email me for. Chat with classmates, this is here just for fun, and I started a little icebreaker here just to get to know each other better, called 2 Truths, 1 Lie. So go ahead and check that out. And then besides all of those discussion boards, we also have the environmental science in the news, where I just post different news articles that relate to environmental science, and you're welcome to post articles there as well. And then you have your discussions, and this one won't, the first discussion won't be available until January 23rd at midnight, so pretty soon, in about an hour from now, from when I'm making this recording, this discussion should be open. Moving on to the assignments tab. Your first assignment that's due on Wednesday, January 25th by midnight, is the course agreement. So the course agreement's here. You would download it and you would fill it in as indicated in the instructions, and then you would attach it. So let me quickly show you. When you click on the title course agreement, you get a box here. You don't have to type anything in the box itself. You just need to attach the document that you've filled out, and this is how you'll submit all of your assignments. You will type up your assignments. Most of your assignments are written in a Word document format, rich text format, and you save that document on your computer, and then you come here and you browse your computer and you attach the document and submit it to me so that I can grade it. Here's the reading exam schedule. So it's just to give you an idea of what chapters you should be reading, when you should be reading them, and in what exams those chapters are going to be on. You get 2 attempts at the exams, and I put here that you should at least complete the first attempt by midnight on the due date, and then you could complete the second exam attempt at any time before the end of the course. But if you don't complete the first attempt by the due date, then you will have late point penalties as indicated in the syllabus. So the exams themselves are located here. There's some information here on exams, and then here's the first exam already available for you. And when you click on that, it will give some information, and it has a button where you can press begin, and you'll begin taking the exam. Do not go in and press begin until you're ready to take the exam, because as soon as you press begin, that timer starts and it's going to count that as one of your exam attempts. So you don't want to do that before you're ready. The case studies. I have 10 case studies here, case study topics. You must complete 5 out of the 10. You get to choose which 5. They don't have specific due dates. They just have to be in by the end of the course. You can also do an additional one for extra credit, so that information is all there. External links. I've just posted a lot of different environmental science websites here for you to check out. You'll be using these probably in your first discussion board. There's videos. These are from the National Geographic website on different topics, and I know I use 1 or 2 of these on discussion boards or assignments, but there's additional ones there just for your information. And again, let me know if any of the links or videos quit working. I did check them, and as of now, they were all working, at least on my end. The tools is built into Blackboard. I don't really have any control over this area. Here's the Blackboard help, although there's also a menu item that has the same information. There's some shortcuts or things that will take you to areas that are already in the menu. You can go here to email me, or I believe you should have capabilities even to email the whole class. I think, and there's a calendar where I put all the due dates, although I prefer the course calendar under course documents as a better source for that. There is this collaboration. Maybe in the future we might use it for virtual office hours or chat sessions. Let me know if you would like that, if you're having trouble and need to cover a topic, and I'll be happy to set that up. I could also try using Skype. I don't know if any of you have used Skype, or CCC Confer is another way that we can meet up over the internet, and I can do go over some topics with you, do like online office hours basically. Contacts, this just has my information. My grades, I don't have anything there since I'm an instructor, but that's where you can go to check your grades. And then lastly, the help area. So if you go here, there's some stuff about logging in and emailing and so on, but if you had more wanting to know how to do certain things on Blackboard, you click that on demand, and then you click over here for students, and there's short little, like 1 minute to 2 minute little videos that can show you how to create a new discussion board thread, how to reply to a discussion board thread, how to submit an assignment, sending email, and so on. So these are great little videos to help you with Blackboard, especially if this is your first time taking an online class and using Blackboard. Well, my 15 minutes is about up on this recording, so I'm going to have to sign off, but I hope that this little tutorial has been helpful, and please feel free to contact me anytime you have any questions.